The main contributor to heart disease is what's called atherosclerotic plaques. Those are the things that like build up in your arteries. It's like cholesterol and minerals and fat, and it builds up on our artery walls. And then once those plaques start to build up, our body kind of goes into emergency zone. It's like, oh, this is a threat, and it jumps into action. It starts doing an inflammatory response. And that inflammatory response is trying to create a barrier around that gook in your arteries that you really don't want to have there. So it tries to make this barrier so that the blood flow is separated from all that gooky cholesterol and fat and minerals. So it starts by doing that, but unfortunately that's what actually hardens and stiffens our arteries, which is starting to cause a problem then. And then, even worse, if this barrier breaks, so I kind of think of it as like a plaque that ruptures like a pimple. If that happens, and none of us want pimples in our arteries, right? Absolutely not. So if that happens, what the body does is it goes, whoa, this is not supposed to be here, and blood clotting happens, inflammatory stuff goes there, and basically what you get is a block of your artery. And if you block that artery, you decrease or actually completely cut off the blood flow in your heart. Now you've got a heart attack. So that's why we need to keep away from these plaques, try to decrease them as much as possible. And so really we've got one main problem here, and that is that the body does not like these high levels of plaque-forming substances, things like cholesterol and fat. And so it tries to deal with them, and it says, all right, this is a short-term problem here, I don't like this, I'm gonna sort of put this atherosclerotic plaque here, and I'm gonna sort of tamp this down. But the problem is that's just like a short-term solution, and it actually causes a long-term problem. So we know that diets that are high in saturated fats, especially trans fats, that these are associated with higher levels of cholesterol in your blood. And that's what those plaques are made out of. And then we also know that if you've got higher levels of blood cholesterol, then you have an increased formation of these plaques.